Alright. Who here has ever struggled when it comes to setting personal goals and actually following to achieving them? Raise your hands, please. Well, quite self-explanatory. You're not alone with that. Indeed, landmark studies shows us that up to 92% of people do not follow through with their New Year's resolution. There are many reasons for that. Overwhelm, distractions, and whatnot. And there are also out there many tools who are supposedly here to help us actually follow through, whether they be frameworks, to-do list, personal management tools, personal knowledge, etc. And also a lot of content, guidance, podcast, therapist, etc. The issue with those is that juggling the multiple systems that this create, having a to-do list, having a calendar, having this and that, and listening to contrary advice from multiple sources actually brings more to the problem than the solution. This is where Elevate AI comes in. Elevate AI aims to be your one-stop shop solution for when it comes to personal growth and goal setting. Indeed, it's like having a personal life coach in your pocket. It's an AI-powered solution that guides you to setting one goal and one goal only, no overwhelms, guides you through the milestones that you need to fulfill and the habits that you need to put in place all the way from the start to finish. Now, who is Elevate for? Through extensive potential target audience surveys, we pinpointed one specific user profile who would benefit most from Elevate. Let me introduce you to Matthew. Matthew is in the age bracket of 25 to 35. He lives in the US. He's working in tech and is also a solo founder. The only issue with Matthew is that he's a very ambitious person. He's very driven. He has many goals. But he struggles with being overwhelmed, lacks consistency, and needs external accountability. Otherwise, he's super creative, tons of ideas, but he doesn't follow through. And that's where Elevate comes in. Elevate gives him one goal, one path, and one companion. Now, how does this exist on the broader market? Well, Elevate aims to target not one, but two markets. The personal development market and the habit tracking app market. Those are two big and growing markets. And we are the first product that actually proposes to bridge those two markets into one solution. And you might think, well, those two markets are quite big, quite mature, like they're 60 billion worth combined. What of the existing players? What of the competitors? Are people already not solving that need? Not quite. Indeed, our extensive competitor analysis revealed that while there are many solutions, many players in those markets, all of them, none of them exactly hits the nail on its head. Indeed, the solutions that they offer are passive, whether they be learning platforms, coaching platforms, personal brands who write big successful books, and even, well, they're tedious also to use. If you have, for example, all the tools that we know, Notion, Todoist, Obsidian, you can play the endless game of trying and trying the whole shebang of tools, get overwhelmed, not get anything done, try another one, and get nowhere. Because there's no one-stop shop solution that actually guides you through the whole process in a simple, direct, action-oriented way. And that's the gap where Elevate positions itself. Now, let's go back to Matthew for a second, and our target audience in a broader sense. How do we reach them? How do we target them? How do we deliver our message? And that's where our marketing strategy comes in. For our marketing strategy, we postulated two hypotheses. First off, that through a Google search campaign, we can actually target them through the use of certain keywords in a classic way mainly, and also that we can target them through social media marketing content, through the content that they consume. There's a lot of podcasts, Huberman Lab, Lex Friedman, we all know a fair bit of them, I assume, Alex Hormozy also, for business-oriented people. Well, we can reach them by targeting them to what content they consume. And here on display you can see an example of a Google ad campaign. So, inferring from the initial budget, we set the goal to drive our target audience on our website, a landing page, and have them sign up for our waiting list. Indeed, we are very early in the product development process, so we want to capture a maximum of potential customers before actually launching. Now, let me give you a live demonstration. In here, this landing page actually summarizes all the points I showed earlier, so when it comes to the problem and the solution. And here, you can see a live demo of the first step, of the 4-step process. So, setting the goal, the AI sets the milestones you need to achieve and the habits, the system. The plan is done, and it tracks your progress, the habits you complete, and the milestones you achieve all the way to success. Now, load. Here is the part where our audience subscribes to the waiting list. Now, to conclude, Elevate aims to be your one-stop shop solution when it comes to goal setting, accountability, all the way from start to success. I will invite you to scan this QR code, which will direct you to the landing page, and subscribe to our waiting list. That will mean that you will take the first step to become your elevated self, your successful self, and the person you always aim to be. Thank you very much.